Hi, here's a video demonstration of my project at work. Here I got a README file uh, with a brief description of what the project does, what is it for. Here I have a list of requirements, full field requirements, and here for the TCP part I implemented everything pretty much, and I just didn't have a chance to go to UDP, so I didn't have time to do that. Here's the instructions on how to run it with the default parameters on the local host, and default port is 8080, and here's how to run it with the specified parameters. Also, here's a brief description of the protocol itself. I got the client request here, server responses, and the error responses. So basically, the client can request the game to start, obviously. Then there's a next response, which is response to, request to skip the question and go to the next one. And the answer is pretty much the request to evaluate the answer, sort of. So the server can basically respond with different statuses. So for example, if there's still time left, so the server can respond with the status of play. It will send another question and the status for the previous question, and it can also respond with the lost, which is to indicate that the time has run out and the client has lost, or a won status, which is to indicate that the client has won the game. Okay, now also there's error response, which is to indicate that there's something went wrong. For example, the unrecognized client request or something like that. So let me show you how to run it. Here I have my AWS instance, and I'm gonna run the server on it, and here's a local host. I'm gonna run a client from local host. Here's the server. I'm gonna run it on port 9000. The server is ready. Let me run the client real quick. Here's my IP address and port 9000. It's connected, and I see the prompt to enter a name. But before I do that, I want to show you. So, for example, if I want to connect the second client, it should tell me that the server is already it's busy. Let me do that. So it shouldn't let me to connect for the second time. Come on, take some time. Okay, yeah, it does. When the server is busy, so it won't let me to run the second client on it. Okay, that's fine. So let's go back to the first one, and so I go ahead and proceed with the name. So me, and I gotta print it out here on the console for the server. And now it asks me for how many questions I want to be asked. So let's do two questions. Now I got an image change, and so now I should type start to start the game, and the image changed again. And so here I see that I got 20 seconds to answer the two questions. That's because I changed per question time to 10 seconds, because 5 seconds were obviously not enough. And here's my first question. The most valuable chess piece, which is queen. I entered and I lost because I ran out of time. I was like 10. I answered it correctly. Here's the status, but I was late, like 10 seconds late. And now I've been asked if I want to play again. If I answer yes, so the server already knows my name. It just asked me for how many questions I wanted to be asked. And this time let's do it's instead of number input, integer input, let's do something like letters. And it asked me to enter the number. And see if I mess up again, mix up numbers and letters. So it just patiently asked me to enter a number. Okay, and I do enter 2. Okay, so now it asks me to start, to press, type in the start. And for example, if I mess it up again, if I type in stat instead of start, so it asks me to type start. Type start, the game starts, the image is changed, and I got the question, what is the longest river in the US? I don't know the answer, so I just go to the next question. What's the known as the peach state? And it's Georgia. Georgia. Submit. And I lost because I already ran out of time. Okay, so let's do it again. Okay, how many questions? 2 questions. Let's start to start the game. Okay, what is the most northern state? Alaska. And the second question was the capital of Great Britain. London. And here you go. I win this time. Here I got, by the way, all the answers for the questions. I got them printed out here on the console, and how much time is left. And so if I go ahead and type in submit, so it just exits the game. Alright, and I think that's it. Thanks for watching.